Hello, happy worship. During our long break here with the coronavirus, just want to send you a little of the Tom Dooley and a little on strumming. And I have an extra student in class named Marco, who is just a very disobedient student, not coming along well on the guitar at all. So, anyway, a few things about, I'm going to play Tom Dooley and invite you to play and sing along to practice strumming and your timing, your rhythm. The first thing is the pick, how you hold the pick. This is all in the book, and I'm just going to be saying things that are in your book, and it's all in there about holding the pick, etc. And when you hold the pick, I'm holding that pick that you see basically on a standard pick. My thumb is basically traverses that on a horizontal plane. It just goes right across the pick, and at right angles, the peak of that pick basically is down right angles to my thumb. And then on the other side, I have my index finger basically runs parallel to the side of that pick, and it extends down to about the pick and maybe even a little beyond. The purpose of that pick is to strum these strings and be able to come and get individual notes as well, and not to lose the pick in the little sound hole here. You might already have spent some time trying to shake out the pick from your sound hole. So the way that generally happens is people hold the pick like this, and which means that you now have to point your hand in a very uncomfortable position, and you have a big portion of that pick that's hitting the strings, and the strings are exerting a force that is knocking that out of your hand. So you want to get this pick pretty well covered, as you see there, and be able to go parallel to those strings, just strumming there right now. And to do that, you basically have your arm parallel to this guitar, and the pick projecting down below at a right angle, which enables you to just have a great freedom in changing these chords and not getting your pick caught and dropping the pick. So that's basically the three things: is how you hold it like this, and your arm parallel to the strings, rather than digging into the strings or having some situation where your wrist is bent and pointing down to the guitar. Not promising for playing with any speed to do it that way. So we're going to do Tom Dooley today, and I'm going to show a couple strums that are, once again, logically based. All this stuff is just logically. It's too bad I can't get Marco to count 1, 2, 3, 4, but if you took Tom Dooley with D chord and A chord, you're just going 1, 2, 3, 4. So just all down strums, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then you sing, hang down your head, Tom Dooley, hang down your head, and now switch to the A7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, your head, Tom, 2, 3, 4. Poor boy, you're bound to. Now we go to 1, switch to the D, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4. All these chord changes, there's only 2, from D to A, 7th, and from A7 to D. They all come on a strong beat, and that you'll just hear as 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang down your head, Tom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang down your head, and 1. See, that's hit with a little more intensity, at a greater volume. When you get to that first beat in these measures. The strong beat, that's called the strong beat, isn't always the strong beat, particularly in rock and roll. I'll get to that in a very short while in this video. But you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the A7, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you want to keep that beat steady no matter what you're doing with your right hand, and your right hand should mirror that beat, and I'll explain that very shortly. So if you want to just try that right now, a short version of that song with straight down strums, not doing anything fancy, just going 1, 2, 3, 4 on a D, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, and we'll start next time around. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head, and A7, 3, 4. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor boy, you're bound to a D. I met her on the mountain, still on a D. There I took her A7. I met her on the mountain, 2, 3, 4. Stabbed her with my knife, 2, 3, 4. And on that bizarre note, we'll stop that song for the moment. So what we did there is we're going down 1, 2, 3, 4. But to start up here, obviously my hand has to travel from this position to up. And when I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm not hitting the guitar on the way up, but you can hit the guitar on the way up. And at the same tempo for this song, you can hit down, up, down, up strums, which would be, sounds something like this. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Hang the 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And poor boy, you're bound to 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and not extremely well suited to this song, I don't think. But then that's a matter of taste. When you have a guitar in your hands, then you are the composer. You arrange that song any way that you want. As you go along with guitar, you just learn more and more devices that goes into your tool bag, as a guitarist say, that you can employ to make something sound better than, hang down your head. And one way is just to change up, whether you're doing down and down up strums. So you can mix and match those. You go down, down, up, 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 down, down, up. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head, and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, and back to the D. That's one thing that you can choose. You can choose to do down, down, up, down, up, down, up, which is on the book. That's with arrow down, and then 3 straight down ups. That's an arrow with little pointers on both sides. Gotta admit, Tom Dooley's not one of Marco's favorites, but so we will try it now. But down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head in A7, 2 and 3, and hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor boy, you're bound to down, down, up, down, up, down. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. There's a great guitarist called Tommy Emmanuel. You might check him out on if you want to see a real virtuoso guitarist. And I've seen interviews with Tommy where they end the interview by saying, if you could give one piece of advice to guitarists of all abilities and all levels, what would it be? And he says, tap your feet, tap your foot. And that's what you should do. You should get used to that to keep yourself in time with what you should be playing with the song. If you tap your foot to hang down your head, Tom Dooley, on the head and cry, then if you're playing down up, this never changes speed, which is called tempo in music, never changes. You know, you don't go 1. It's got to be 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. If your foot's tapping, you should see that if I switch, it doesn't change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, etc. And that's what you want to do to practice. And sing a song along with it, like Tom Dooley. And the song will guide you to what it should be sounding like. It should be speeding up and slowing down. So I'll show you one other thing that you can try with this, and then I'll give you a long piece. I mean, another video with Tom Dooley sung for a few verses, and then I'll just keep playing it. You can just try to play along and sing. So for this video, the last thing I'm going to show is that's target practice. I'm hitting string 4 open and string 5 open. And something that you overheard in my other class, those of you that stuck around or that I was, I guess, actually telling my students who came in for the second class while you were still there, is I'm going from the first, which is string 4 open in a D chord, to the 5th in the key of D, and alternating a bass. You hear this is the bass, string 4 open, and then I strum down, and then I hit string 5 and strum down. So it comes out with this alternating pattern like this. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and cry. I come up to the A and I hit string 5 open and then string 6. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor boy, you're bound to die. Back to the D, A pattern. String 4, string 5. String 4 down, string 5 down. So you can try that. That'll improve, especially during this long delay, try to work that in. If you get good at this down, up pattern, which is down, up, down, up, you can try alternating that bass with this. And then up to the A7, with alternating string 5 and 6. And it would come out, hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Hang down your head and see, down, up, down, up, down, up. Hang down your head, Tom Dooley. Poor boy, you're bound to die. So there's some things that you can work on during this long period that we have. Hopefully you pick the guitar up a lot. And that's something to shoot for, to be able to have target practice, as some people call it. I'm going to hit string 4, then string 5, string 4, 5, alternate them with a strum in between, instead of just going. But you have to be able to do that first, before you can do something like that. Where would you use that? The Desmond owns a barrel in the marketplace. Miley is a singer with a band. See, I'm just doing that little beer umpa, you know, heaven there is no beer, that type of thing. That if you lived near concerters like I did as a kid, you would know. So there's some things that you can play around with to improve your dexterity and your feel and all that stuff, and with the guitar. And as always, welcome any questions, and hope that you're having a good time with the guitar and having a good time on this time off. I'll be back shortly with the video where I'm just going to play a few verses and then keep on going on so that you can play along with Tom Dooley. See you soon.